Hey everyone, I'm recording this here in the house because it didn't accept the recording from my phone. It glitched and just got lost into the internet land somewhere. But we're about to enter an antique mall in Arlington, Texas, quoted to be the largest in Arlington at 53,000 square feet. So let's check it out. Here we go. We're going to go into this antique shop. It's called the Antique Mall here on Cooper Street in Arlington, Texas. Stay tuned. Hey guys, real quick here. Sorry about all the glares and reflections coming off of the glass as I was recording some of this video footage. So all these comics that you see me sorting through in this video all came from one booth, one vendor. So essentially just one guy. And apparently his name is Zeus, ironically, which was, that's pretty cool, given the fact that I'm there looking for comic books from a guy named Zeus. And I do apologize in advance for the video being recorded in the vertical frame versus the horizontal. So in future videos, I'll have that fixed. Enjoy the video. Hey everyone, hopefully you're enjoying the video. Just a couple more minutes of footage here for you, and then we'll get to the books that I actually selected and brought home with me for the day. If there's any books that you've seen in this video that you either have, don't have, interested in, like, never seen before, whatever you want to call it, hey, let me know in the comments below and we can have a conversation. See you in a minute. Okay, so that was the Antique Mall. I know it was a little bit brief and I didn't get a ton of video footage outside of picking through some comics, but there's a lot in there to explore, and there's a whole lot of footage that I do have that I didn't include on this video. Maybe I'll put in some more videos, and I'm sure I will. It's just going to be quite segmented or in parts because it is a large antique mall. There's a lot to see. And it's not that far away from the house. It's about a mile, so I can go there anytime, get video footage anytime, or all the time. So I apologize for not getting as much as I wanted to, but I didn't want this video to go on for a super long time. So anyway, I did pick up 10 comic books. None of them are, just super keys or anything like that, but I did get a variety just for the video footage for this channel and because some of them I didn't have in my collection anyway. So, without further ado, let's get into the first comic. Okay, so out of the 10 comic books, I have 3 honorable mentions. I have a few runners-up, and then I got some 3, I guess, prizes, if you will, out of the bunch. So the first one I have is Funeral for a Friend, Part 3, Superman, Man of Steel. Not worth a ton of money, not a key by any stretch, but I thought this was kind of an interesting cover. I don't have it in the collection, and I don't even think I have parts 1 or 2. So I'm not sure if I've read this one or not, to be honest with you. But I thought it was cool because it has all these heroes here on the front. Kind of honoring the death of Superman, and they're at his funeral. What stands out to me on this particular cover is that only 1, maybe 2 of the heroes in here look like they're even sad about Superman's death, and that is the Flash and Supergirl are the only ones. Shazam, he's probably happy. I don't know, because now he might be the #1 guy around. You got Pretty Boy Aquaman over here cracking a smile. You have Wonder Woman here. She looks mad, like she's flexing, got her fists clenched and everything. So I don't know what's going on with her. But there's 2 things that are kind of funny about this cover. One is you have this little civilian henchman guy standing over here. I don't know. I guess he just kind of walked up on this funeral service and he's like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" So I'm not sure what that guy's doing. And then the other funny thing is you have Batman and Robin way back here in the background. Robin looked like he's perched up there like an elementary school kid waiting on recess or something. And you have Batman. He looks like he's doing calisthenics. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if they're way back there instead of up here because of maybe they're still holding a grudge over Superman about something. Or maybe they have to stand the watch while everybody else is up here, or who knows what's going on. But I just thought that was kind of an interesting cover. So that's the first one. Okay, so number 2, I think everyone should have this comic book in their collection, regardless of what it's worth, because it's just kind of a neat little thing. So it is Superman. Sorry, there we go. It's a 64 pager, so it's kind of double the size of a regular book. It's Superman 500. This has not been opened out of the poly bag. And sorry for the background noise. My little dog is barking at who knows what. It does have the removable cover. It does have the card in it. I can feel the card right here in the back of the poly bag. It's also in a sleeve, so essentially it's in a bag in a bag. But this is kind of just an interesting thing. I think it's a cool little collector piece, with the poly bag and everything. But I am kind of against books being in the poly bag because you really want to see the book and open the book and read the book. So as much as I am a fan of this, I'm also not a fan of books that are like this as well, because I think you should be able to take them out. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I know the book is not worth a great deal. So, should I take it out of the poly bag? Should I leave it in the poly bag? What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I kind of want to take this book out of the poly bag, then take the poly bag, the book, the cover, the card, and maybe just put them in one like big picture frame of some sort, and then that way it displays everything. But I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? So that's number 2. Okay, so number 3 honorable mention on the list is a book that's not necessarily for me or my collection. It is for my wife. She collects comic books too, mainly for certain characters and just what the covers look like, and there's nothing wrong with that. But her favorite character is Lady Death. So for a couple bucks, I figured I'd pick this up for her collection, and it is Lady Death, A Medieval Tale by Brian Pulido. And it's a real interesting looking cover. And what I like about this comic book, I guess the most, is this is an old comic book. This is like 20 years ago. So the Lady Death that we know today in most comic book is real. She's real erotic, robust, real front and center with everything. And you pretty much see whatever she's got. But in this one, the older style of Lady Death comic book, it's not really telling, not really showing much, and she's not really front and center on this book either. And I have not read this series or anything, but maybe I will. I just thought it was interesting though, different perspectives of how she looks 20 years ago and how Lady Death looks now. But anyway, that's for the wife's collection, so that's why I got it. Okay, so I have 4 runner-up comic books, and the first one is Traveler. I've never heard of this book. I've never heard of The Traveler. I got it because I thought the cover was pretty neat and that it seemed like something that would be interesting to read. So I have not read this. This is issue number 3. So maybe I'll check it out and then kind of revert back to issues 1 and 2. It also has, the Stan Lee on it because he crossed over a little bit and helped Boom work on this particular series. But I just thought it was kind of an interesting looking cover. The Traveler may be an interesting character. So anyway, that's why I got it. If this is something that you know about, maybe you can help me out in the comments below and we'll just kind of learn together. Okay, so this next book, a runner-up, is very cool looking. It is a crossover book, and it is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman. It is issue number 6. It's the last issue of a 6-part series. I've not read this series. It seems really cool and interesting. I'll probably read this one and just backtrack through the rest of the 5 other ones before this. But man, just look at it. I'm a sucker for crossovers, like any crossover for that matter. But it's very cool. You got Shredder standing up there, just kind of over everybody. And then in the background, you can see, if you know who that is, that's Ra's al Ghul. And man, it's just super cool. I really want to open this, and not to spoil anything for anyone out there who hasn't seen it, but the very first page in this book, from what I've seen so far, just looks very cool. So I don't know. You want to see it? Not want to see it? Nah, we'll wait till later to show it. But anyway, another runner-up. Okay, so the next 2 books are runners-up, even though you would think they would be a top prize for me, being how I'm a Deadpool fan, and that's my favorite character. But for this pickup, since they're filler books, and I've read them before, and they're just going in to complete, runs of series of collections that I already have, that makes them a runner-up this time. So the first one is X-Force from 1996. Very cool, interesting looking cover. I'm just a fan of Deadpool, so since he's my number 1, I'm going to collect pretty much anything out there that's Deadpool that I don't already have. So anyway, newsstand. Let me know what you think. You a fan of the X-Force? I like the X-Force. Did you know, some people, not everyone knows, that X-Force was kind of the second run after the New Mutants series stopped. So after New Mutants 100, it transformed into X-Force. The next one is also a Deadpool book. Very cool, very neat looking cover. It's got the gold that shines well with the black background. It's number 2, and I don't think I've read this. In fact, I don't think I've read the number 1 of this either. So that will give me some more reading material. But anyway, nice looking cover. Let me know what you think on that, with that gold and that black kind of bouncing off each other. Very nice. Okay, so that was the runner-ups. Now I got 3 more books to show, and those are what I considered the prizes for this pickup. Okay, so for the 3 prize winners for this pickup, in my opinion, the first one is The Phantom Stranger from the New 52, number 1. It's a really neat cover. I've never read anything from The Phantom Stranger, but I thought this was pretty cool, so I picked it up. As soon as I got home, I did read this book. It's very nice. I like it. I like the writing. I like the art. I just like The Phantom Stranger. Oddly enough, I've never read anything from The Phantom Stranger ever. And The Phantom Stranger has been around, I believe, since the 50s is when he was first introduced into the comic book world. So I have a lot of history to catch up on with The Phantom Stranger, but he's a very cool individual. And there's just something about complex characters in comic books that brings me into them. So I will be picking up the rest of the issues in this series and definitely reading it. So very cool. In this series, the Phantom Stranger meets up with this girl, which seems like it's by chance or coincidence, but it's really not. It's planned. And he has an affiliation with the woman's father. So that's all I'll say about that. But really cool book. Nice pickup. And I'm really just enjoying becoming familiar with the history of the Phantom Stranger. So next up on this list is the Terminatrix Objective, Avengers, number 1, Out of Time. This is a direct edition, as you can see here. It's got Thunderstrike, War Machine, U.S. Agent, all these on the cover. This is a very cool cover. It's kind of foilish a little bit, but interesting cover. It's a 4-part series. I've never read this, but just like the Phantom Stranger, when I brought this home, I immediately read it after the Phantom Stranger. What brought me to this book was first the cover and then the word Terminatrix. So if anyone don't know who Terminatrix is, that is an alias name. This is the Terminatrix right here, right there. And it's a woman character. And that is an alias for Ravonna Lexus Renslayer, who is, kind of the love interest of Kang the Conqueror. So, this is about her and what she is trying to do. But very cool, and really like Kang the Conqueror. He's in one of my, top 5 villains as far as Marvel goes. But anything affiliated with Kang and of course Ravonna, I'm probably going to pick it up and read about it. I did read this. This is very cool. I won't spoil anything if you have not checked this out. But if you do enjoy Kang and you do enjoy Ravonna Renslayer, then check this out. Okay, so last on this list is a Spider-Man book. Now, I will admit I'm not a huge fan of Spider-Man, but at the same time, how can you not like some Spider-Man, right? I mean, he's kind of like the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, where they are involved in most things comic book wise. So I do like some Spider-Man. So I did pick this up. It was a decent price. I think I paid $5. Might have been $8. I can't remember. But it is issue number 13 of Spider-Man with the McFarlane cover on it. Part 1 of 2, Sub-City. I'm sure everyone has seen this at one point in time. I think they do a lot of reprints and homages and different variations of this particular cover, but this is the original. So I thought that was pretty cool, and for the price, I thought I'd pick it up and, keep it in my collection, although I don't have, a particular series of runs of Spider-Man, but very cool. Okay, everyone, so that's what I picked up for this particular haul from this antique mall. Once again, the name of it is Cooper Street Antique Mall in Arlington, Texas. I'll put a link down in the description below, so that way if you want to go there, you can check it out, see where it's located. And if you happen to be in the Arlington area, you can check it out for yourself. So, of course, I want to thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I'm going to be doing so many more things, so many more videos, as well as the beginner series if you're into that. As always, enjoy your comics, enjoy your coffee, and enjoy your day.